computer. There we go. Now we are recording. So welcome to batch posting. First and foremost, if you have no idea what batch posting is, maybe you are new, maybe you haven't been to one in a while, or maybe this is the very first one that you have ever come to. This is pretty much a power hour where we work through a few different things. We talk about how to create content. What are you creating content about? How can you implement this and how can you apply it to your life, and then piece in the products in the business. And a huge thing that we're going to be focusing on tonight is not going to be so much the products and the business, which might sound a little backwards as we are in the industry and of network marketing where we're selling products and we are selling, a business opportunity. But Britt and I were talking a little earlier, and we have been here, we have done that to where. And let us know in the comments, because I'm gonna admit to it myself. Have you ever felt like you were almost just trying to duplicate someone's content, where it's like, well, she posted this, so I should go ahead and make a post about that. Well, she posted this, well, I should do that too. I'll just like copy and paste, like let me switch up the wording just a little bit. I'll make it like literally been there, done that. That like. This isn't our first time around the block, right? We've been doing this for a few years. Been there, done that, ran into, right? We are all guilty of it, but it's not a bad thing. Oh, yes. Ooh, sorry. Wait, let me make you, boop, 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 boop. Yes, make, boop, boop, done. Okay, yes, co-host, done. Sorry, just saw that. Okay, so the reason why we want to tap into that tonight is because of the fact that it makes it so much more difficult to create content when you are trying to create it off of someone else's life. It is way more frustrating when you get to a point where you're like, oh my God, like no one's commenting, no one's interacting, like I haven't enrolled someone in X amount of days, someone told me no, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? It's probably because they don't connect with you. And this is such a learning experience that every single one of us has gone through. I don't care where you are in the company. I don't care how many days or years you've been here for. Every single person, every single leader has been through this shift, I guess we can call it, within mindset, within business, within content, within connecting with people. So we're going to touch into a few things tonight. This might be repetitive for some people, but we actually want to implement it and apply it because we can know who has heard of pillars? Who's heard of pillars in your business? Drop a yes or a no in the comments. Have you heard of pillars? 5 pillars, like pillars in your life. What makes up you? Who the heck are you? All that. Yes. And if it do not feel ashamed to say no if you have no idea what we're talking about. Please, don't hold your breath, okay? Don't, because we're going to talk into it anyways. So there's a lot of yeses, So we have talked about this a lot of different times on batch posting, but we want to dive in deep to it even more. Britt has a lot of good stuff in regards to, we have talked about Facebook groups, the importance of Facebook groups, because who here has ever felt like, oh my gosh, no one's commenting on my stuff. Like no one's commenting on my posts, no one's liking them, no one right? And we're just sticking to our friends list. We're like, we've got some friends, there's some people chilling in there, but they're not interacting, right? Hello, we are in the industry of network marketing. We need to network with people who have the same interests that we do. Guess what? It's probably not going to be your mom. It's not going to be your dad. It's not going to be your sister or your cousin or your aunt or your uncle or your best friend from 3rd grade. It's not going to be, all right? I know that's how a lot of us started out on social media is literally, I remember, I think even starting with this company, this is my 3rd company. And I literally started 14 months ago with 200 Facebook friends, okay? So we have been around the block and we did it very wrong for a long time, all right? So with that being said, we all started out with those 200 Facebook friends and we're like, yeah, they're my high school, it's my high school. No idea what the heck any of them are doing, but it's everyone from high school. So we want to touch into how we can dive deeper into Facebook groups. But first you need to distinguish your pillars. So let's go ahead and start generating some stuff in the comments where I want you to list off 5 things that make you, you. I want to know who is Maggie, who is Jen, who is, oh wait, I have all the names blocked, right? Who is Sarah, who is Jennifer, who is Blakely, who is Summer, who is Carissa, who is Haley, everyone that's here on this Zoom. What are 5 things that make up you as to who you are? And do not say 3 steps, do not say thrive, do not say network marketing, all right? So what makes you, you? I want everyone, I'm gonna drop some of, yep, a mom, right? I know I am. a fur mom. That's something that, like, I'm going to read these. Music teacher, dog mom, twin. Oh my gosh, there's a twin. That's cool. Grandmother, dancer, mom of two, cheerleading, what was that? What I tried to say? Cheerleading coach, mom, boy mom, runner, wife, boss. Let's see, cat lover, dog mom, yes. Bird mom, yes. Jen, I see you. Sober, dog mom, yes. Kindergarten teacher, married young, mom of six. Like, see how none of these have to do? Like, I love this. Makes me happy. Okay, dog dad, yes. Yes, Darius, I see you. What kind of dog you got? Where's your dog? I'm obsessed. I'm out here tonight because these two down there, they got new toys, okay? We have to watch out with new toys. But
those are dinosaurs.
Okay, yes. Dude, I almost bought a shirt that says I love dinosaurs. I should have.
She has some dinosaurs.
They are. Oh, that's so cool. Harry Potter head. Yes, I know. I see that, Carissa. Yes, 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 you are. I love it. Okay. So I can't sit down. What the hell was I doing while sitting down? See, all of these things, right? All of these things, pick out 5 of them. Pick out 5. 5 things that make you you. Do not include thrive. Do not include a rank. Do not include where you want to go with this business. Like, what makes you you? Because those 5 things are what people are going to connect with. Because within those 5 pillars, there was probably a struggle at some point in your life that you experienced within that pillar that you found a solution to within the products or the business, right? I will say, I'm just pulling this one out, like, I'm a fur mom lover, but I had times where going to the vet was like really expensive, right? Dogs are expensive. Remy decided that before he was 6 months old, he wanted to take like 5 trips to the ER. I'm like, okay, bro, I see you, right? So that is like, that's where I would insert, right? This is where we're going to create stories. We're going to create content. We're going to show how you can like slip in the products or the business, okay? But the main purpose behind this is connecting with people, connecting. Because if we are not growing, we are not connecting, and we are not providing value within your interest so other people find value in it and they connect with you over it, they're not going to comment. They're not going to like your posts. We're not going to create new relationships. And then it's going to feel like we hit a wall. But that's normal. Hitting a wall or feeling like you're kind of sort of not like stuck. Like, we're not stuck. We just have to pivot. We just have to pivot. I love this. Dad of 4, fiance for dad, restores. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So if you had a brain fart because you did not know what your pillars were, take a look through this chat. Take a look through it, screenshot it if you have to. I just got really excited. I'm out of breath. I forget to breathe when I get excited. But honestly, go ahead.
No, but I want you guys to honestly stop right now and think about it. If you do not know your pillars, I want you guys to say that now. Don't wait until we hang up and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what my pillars are, right? Mm-hmm. And know that these things are going to change. Life happens, things change. And I can tell you right now, just like she said, like Katie said, you can pivot into a different route where your audience may change, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel like you have to stay stuck to those 2 years ago. You know, things can change. So if you guys do not know your pillars, before we go any further, I need for you guys to say so right now, and we will help you unpack that. But you got to say something.
Speak now,
right now.
Hold your peace.
Hold your peace.
Anybody.
Okay, and I see that a lot of you guys are talking about like mental health and like postpartum depression. I can tell you right now, I was the first one who was like, oh, let me join a postpartum depression group, y'all. It brought me right back into depression, okay? No lie. Like, I love my sisters. I love being able to say like, hey, I've overcome that. But at the same time, guys, it can drain you. Make sure that you are inside of these groups that are going to bring more value to you versus drain you, okay? Okay, Maggie, let's unpack it, sister. I don't want you to leave this batch posting without knowing your pillars. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Maggie is like an OG, y'all. Let me tell you guys something. She's on Leslie's team. She is like our sister from another mister, and I adore her times 10. So Maggie, you take it over.
Well, no, I just have such a hard time. I mean, I'm married, no children. I'm in a group that was for that, and they were like psycho, left that. I'm in a group for short hair over 40, which I'm over 50, approaching 60. And it's like mostly European people, and they're just like, it's not like there's no content. There's nothing good about it. So I'm just having such a hard time to actually like find groups for my pillars. I mean, I live on an island. I love to boat. I love to scuba dive. I like to work out. But like, help me find those groups. That's where I'm having a hard time.
Okay, so Katie, I saw you throwing your hands up. Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to?
I was just working on this with some people over this past week. Literally, this is what I started doing with people, and this is what I started doing for myself. You live on an island and you love to do certain activities, like you were just like listing off. I was like, boom, I bet you there's a group. Boom, I bet you there's a group. Boom, I bet you there's a group. And for, you know, we are working one-on-one right now, but for everyone that's thinking of their pillars, literally go into Facebook. I want you to go into Facebook right now. I want you to click on that handy dandy search bar. You can literally search for groups in the area, and like, what island do you live? Like, where do you live?
In the Florida Keys.
Oh my God. Okay, see? Okay, let's go. So in the search bar, Facebook, all right? You can literally type in keywords. You can type in Florida Keys groups. You can type in, think of keywords of things that you like in your area, whether it is someone, you know, maybe like you were just saying, like boating, or like, right, going on the boat, or kayak, like whatever your activities are. When you start searching, this is just literally a trial and error thing when it comes to groups, and it's just switching up your keywords that you're searching. Does it time to the key? Yeah, it's beautiful there. I went there once.
Yeah, I'm 25 miles from Key West.
Oh, okay. See?
So, but I mean, it's like when I like search like diving Key West, it just gives me like the dive shops. It's not like there's groups. It's really different here.
And that's just, like I said, it's just a matter of trial and error. Like if I click on Key West, and if I type in Key West and I search groups, you can do, oh wait, that said Kanye. Okay, here, Kanye West. Just kidding. But it's just, I think it's just a matter of just switching up the words that you're searching. It could be.
Okay.
I mean, Britt, do you have any more to add on to that? I just have learned to switch up the words that I'm searching for.
No. That's honestly what we're going to talk about over on Instagram as well. And so I love that. Just pretty much switching up and not being afraid of like digging a little bit deeper. Like even like for me, I love to cook. I'm not in any cooking groups, but if you like to cook, like you can find a group on that. You can find a group on healthy women over 50. Stuff like that, you know?
Okay.
So gotcha. When you draw like that circle, a lot of people like to say, okay, well, like I'm a dog mom, boy mom, but like dig a little bit deeper. When I started out, I was that way, like, you know, dog mom, boy mom, but now I'm like in other groups that have really nothing to do like with my main pillars. I call them sub pillars because like just me digging a little bit deeper. So yes, keep that in mind. You're welcome.
I saw Casey comment local groups. That is a huge way to expand your local network. I know this was something that I didn't do in my past. And yes, Maggie, you have a stash that is quite beautiful behind you. Like that is pleasing.
Yes, yes.
Very pleasing.
I will, me and my husband both like use almost every single product. And so, yeah, it's there. But like, I don't like to like keep it. Yeah. Am I going to see you in Cabo?
I plan on going. I'm still going. Yeah. I'm like, catch me on a plane. Here I come. I swear. I love it. So when it comes to, I wanted to touch on this too, because Britt mentioned it as well, as far as like, I guess, quote unquote, like being careful with some groups. So I wanted to kind of give a spin on, I saw a lot of like anxiety or like domestic violence or depression or postpartum or this or that. Now, I will say, right, we're here to share our story. We're here to provide a solution in some way, shape, or form in life, while being that light on social media. So I almost think about it in the sense of, okay, if I struggled with anxiety and depression, what was something that helped me develop and get better as a person? Self-development, books, podcasts. So think of it on the flip side, because we have both been there where I'm like, let's join some anxiety groups. And I'm like, I have anxiety well-being in here. This is defeating the purpose, right? And we're going to touch into why we post in groups. We're really focusing on the connection piece to a lot of these questions. But when you are looking at, if some of your pillars are, I struggled with this, I struggled with that, think about the flip side of it. What helped you either, I don't want to say like get out of something, but what helped you like get better as a person? What helped you with your anxiety? What helped you with depression? Was it self-development? Was it listening to podcasts? There's like literally book groups on Facebook in your area. There's self-development groups. There's meditation groups if that's something you like to do. Maybe it's yoga groups, and maybe you like to do yoga because it's a calming piece for you, right? So I just wanted to throw a few of those out there. Yeah, like literally you can search, and like you can search so many different keywords. I'm just reading through the comments to see if I miss any questions.
And Katie, while you're reading those, I want to tell you guys, I know one of the questions was like, how do you spin it, right? So let's say you have your groups, right? You're like, Britt, Kate, I'm ready to go. I got my groups. Where do I start? So guys, I can tell you right now, let's say if you go into a group, I know Latoya, she's currently pregnant and she just moved to Atlanta. Let's say if she has a group, like a local Atlanta group that she's going to go into, she can always post a picture. Like she may not want to post a picture of her and her family. If she may want to do one of just herself, she can say, hi, my name is Latoya. Thank you guys for the ad. I am, 30, however old she is. I'm a mom of 3 or a mom of 2 with one on the way. Just basic generic things, guys, about her. If you are someone who's like a Navy wife, hi, my name is Brittany. I am a Navy wife. My husband has served, in the military for 4 years. Thank you guys for the ad, right? It's just that simple. Do not go in there and give your entire life history, because people are like, oh my gosh, who is this new girl in this group doing the most, right? Or they may even say like, hey, this is not, do y'all have success? I have so much success in my groups. And this, like, guys, you know how like you're not that good at a lot of things, like that one thing that you're really good at. I'm really good at Facebook groups. Like that's the one thing that I can say, okay, sis, you've done a little bit of work on that. You get to check that off your little list, okay? And so for me, Facebook groups are major. I can tell you right now, I go into these groups and I build relationships. If my favorite group out of all of them are my married couples group and my Peloton group. You guys know, I told you guys this last time, I've signed a customer and a promoter from just my Facebook groups. Also in the married couples group, I've gained so many more followers. And these are like genuine followers. These are not followers who are in like crypto, whatever. They're not with, it works. Like these are not people who know pretty much what it is that I do. I'm building that relationship, that bond, so we can have that communication that's open enough to where she can say, or he can say, hey, what is it that you do? I've had a guy inbox me before and he said, hey, we're in the same group. You're in the Houston area. I'm in the Houston area as well. We just moved here. Who does your hair? You know what I mean? It's just that simple, guys. So now he's going to give his wife my information. Now we're going to connect. So once we build that connection, guys, what's next? The one question that everybody has. So what is it that you do for a living? That's my main goal, is to get that conversation started, okay? I've joined groups, categories, like house decorations. Yeah. I mean, if you're into that thing, guys, here's the thing. Do not put yourself in the box, okay? be open enough to where you can go and interact with different groups where you're not just stuck on, I'm a boy mom, right? Or I'm a girl mom. Well, what about you? What about you being a boy mom? What does your kids do? Do your kids um, do baseball, basketball, those things, guys? So I dig a little bit deeper so you can hone in on what those pillars really are that you want to kind of grow and expand on. I can tell you right now, if you go to a boy mom group, it's going to be a whole bunch of mamas that's talking about boys, right? May not even relate to you. Or it's like a dino. He's 3. Yeah. I mean, you have to just think about that, guys. Like, you want to hone in on your actual pillars and don't be so generic with it. Like, open it up. Get loose with it. Get loose with it. So do you guys have your pillars? Okay, so let's say you have your pillars. So your groups. No, you do not talk about Thrive in your groups. A lot of these groups, they have rules and regulations to where you cannot go in there, you cannot sell, you cannot promote, you can't do anything. You strictly go in there for relationships. That's it. Yes, yes. So like for me in my Peloton group, guys, I went in there one day, took a picture of me in my workout clothes standing next to my bike. Thank you guys so much for the ad. I just completed my first ride. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Drop me your leaderboard handles. So with Peloton, you have these leader names. It's almost like IG names, right? So people can go and follow you. So it was just that simple, guys. I took that picture of me next to my bike, did that very generic post or that, what do you call it? That caption, whatever it is. And I put that in that group and that was it. I'm also in a group, it's called From Corporate America to Entrepreneurs. That's a group where I can go in and I can talk about my products. But even then, guys, I'm not going to go in there and just strictly talk about what Lavelle is and what I sell. I still want to go in there and create those relationships. So when I do go in there and post about my business, maybe next month, I'm going to have those relationships already built. More engagement, people are going to know more about me. That's easier for me to have those conversations, okay? Yeah, entrepreneur groups are great. I know a lot of people are getting into that, what is it called? That new little thing. It's the new thing that Paul is like super into. It's not it's almost like Instagram. I forget what it's called, guys. Somebody has to help me out with this name.
Clubhouse.
Yes, thank you, Wendy. Clubhouse.
Let me go.
Did y'all hear her? I didn't hear her. Yes, but y'all are right. It's Clubhouse, okay? So Paul is real into Clubhouse right now, guys. I have not dug a little bit deeper into that, but I will this week. And so next week we will talk about Clubhouse. I'll show you guys. I know Nikki is on here, Nikki Flush. So Nikki sent me a request and she was like, are you on Clubhouse? And I'm like, I have no idea what that is. But it's like the new thing that's popping, guys. And of course, like we always want to stay up on trend on what's going on, different things like that. And so Clubhouse is supposed to be like a group where they have like smaller chats about different, almost like your pillars, right?
I will say
right
now, you have to be invited to the app.
Yes.
Like, you can't just go in there and create, like you can create an account, but you get put on like a wait list until someone in there invites you in, and it's only on iPhones.
That's what it is. Thank you, Katie. One of my customers invited me and I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I never actually accepted it, but I will this weekend. So we can talk about that next week, guys. But yes, okay. So with that, guys, if you have a Facebook group, let's go ahead and create a post and we can put into that group. Remember, guys, we're not talking about Lavelle. We're not talking about, anything Thrive related. We're talking about who you are as a mom, a boss, whatever it is that you are. Let's go into those groups right now and make us a post and just say, well, thank you. And let them know, like, thank you for the ad, something like that, guys. If you need help with the wording, I will get it together and type it out in the chat if you want me to.
I also did just want to add on, do not overthink in these groups. Do not think it needs to be this picture perfect post. Do not think it needs to be certain wording. Like if it's a mom or a dad group, just be, I mean, like Britt said, like the simple intro. Hey, my name is so-and-so. I have X amount of kids, blah, 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 whatever. If it's, you know, there's so many, yes, there it is, right in the chat. Have fun with it with the gifts. Yes, exactly. And a lot of groups too, if you are just joining them, they do have to accept you. You just accept, like, just say that you agree with their, what's it called, the rules and regulations,
Yeah.
basically.
And I can tell you guys, one night I couldn't even go to sleep because my notifications were going crazy. People were like, welcome to the group, welcome to the group, welcome to the group. And I'm like, perfect. Like, this is my jam. Like, now I can sit here and stay here. Like, this is like my comfort zone now, right? Let me expand on some relationships in here. Let me go and comment on some of their stuff. Because remember, guys, you're not just going into this group to make your post and just leave it there, right? You have to engage and interact with these people. Go and like their posts. Get to know them. If they post the before and after photo, oh my gosh, girl, you look amazing, right? Like, how simple is that? That right there is going to open up a door for that person to respond to your comment. Now you guys can go and follow each other on Facebook. Just imagine, guys, like we talked about this last week, if you added 50 new people every single day to your Facebook following, how much would your business grow? And I can tell you right now, like crazy. We did the math last time, and it was over like 1,500 new eyes on your page every single month. And I can tell you guys right now, a lot of us are not adding new people. And that's where you're going to stunt your growth, guys. Every single day, you need to make sure that you're going in and adding new followers, because remember, your content can be the best content in the world. If you do not have the right eyes or enough eyes on your content, it does not matter. This should be on your IPA list every single day. Hands down, 50 new followers on Instagram, 50 new followers on Facebook. Guys, remember, you can always go back and take those people off. If they are like not your jam, it's fine. You can remove them. It's not like you're embedded to them for forever and ever, amen. What you can do is say, okay, this person doesn't serve me. Let me go and remove this person, okay? But you have to add new people. Frenchies, like all the place. Hold on, I don't know why I can't scroll up.
Hey, Katie or Britt, can y'all answer this for me? So I'm on my computer and I'm trying to search for new groups because I'm not really in any, but nothing's popping up. Like, I would search for things that, like, are my pillars, and only groups that I'm in pop up. Am I doing it wrong?
Wendy, what are your pillars? That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm a mom of two. Well, I have a lot. Like, I'm a dance mom, sport mom. I struggle with bipolar, social anxiety, bipolar disorder. I'm a boutique owner, so I run another business. I'm a wife.
Okay, so question. So whenever you go to groups on your Facebook page, you click that button. Do you see where it says your groups and then it says discover?
No. Okay, groups. I'm using the lap. Oh. Okay, I found it. Just kidding. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bailey, did you have the same issue? Are you able to find yours if you hit that groups? If you go to your Facebook on your like home page and you hit groups, okay, perfect. And then guys, it'll tell you like based off of the groups that you're currently in, it'll give you suggestions. Guys, you can pick those, and if they jam with you, they jam with you. If not, they don't. I can tell you right now, I am in a bunch of Louis Vuitton groups, and so every time somebody creates a new Louis Vuitton group, I am automatically like alerted on that group. But I'm not gonna always. Just kidding. I do always add my R request to be in those groups.
I want to retract what I said in the beginning then, because I think Facebook had an update. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Everyone and their mother on Facebook was posting like, oh, did everyone else's app just close them out and sign them out and like how to re-sign in again and all of that. I think that was an update like Facebook wide, because you did used to be able to literally click on the search bar and search for groups. So go the way that Brett had said, where like you have to go over to your actual page, right? That's what you were talking about, right? And
Yes.
then clicking on groups, and then that must be, or maybe I am just slow to the game, where it just suggested like a whole bunch of different groups based upon what I like, what like the posts that I like, the groups that I'm already in. That's cool. That's very cool. So boom, you just have to actually click on the groups button and then search from there rather than the actual search bar on Facebook. That can be something that, I mean, even if you don't get the groups on right now, I really want to get into the hashtag piece of it, to switch it over to Instagram. So where we are so far, writing down 5 pillars. You can have many multiple interests. The purpose of pillars are to connect with people. How do you then bring that over to content wise is literally not every single post you make on social media needs to be about business or product. Because if it is, you're coming off as a little spammy bee. Like that's what it is, okay? So do not feel like every single post you need to have a call to action at the end of it that is a sale or drop info or say me below or here's my 3. Like it does not, every single post, when you think about it in this sense. If we're posting 2 to 3 times a day on Facebook, if you're posting 3 times a day, 2 of those posts should have nothing to do with your business or your product. You shouldn't be like, I personally, at least that's the way I do it. Because every single post I used to make before in previous network marketing companies, I didn't post anything about my life. People just knew that I sold this product. It cost this much. This is the link that you can purchase from. Okay, bye. Let me know when your credit card goes. Like literally, that's how I did it. People do not want to know about your product. They want to know about you and your story. And they want to connect with you as a human to then pique that interest of, well, now she's posting before and after. Here she is posting before and after pictures. Oh, what are they using? They must be using something. Like what kind of regimen are they on? Oh, they're talking about how they're doing this within their business. Oh, they're talking about that they're able to do this, or they're filling up their gas tank and they're showing that they, got paid. Like, what are you getting paid from? What are you doing? Right? We want to create that curiosity, because if you give someone, if I'm like, here you go, this is what I have to offer, they're not going to talk to you. They're going to make a decision on their own. So when you're posting 2 to 3 times, 1 or 2 of them, I'm going to use 3. If you're posting 3 times a day, 2 of them are not related to business or product. Your third one is. Your third one, like your informative post, is going to be about product or business. And that might sound odd and it might sound weird and it might sound like, what am I supposed to talk about? This is the part of like what we like so heavily stress on, where your pillars are who you are, and you'd be shocked 9 times out of 10 how many people say, well, I don't really know what I like. I don't really know like who I am. And that's not to be mean, and that's not to be ugly, and that's not to be rude, but it's a self-development piece. Like this is a huge self-development piece that we are working through, getting to know ourselves through this business, getting to relate to other people that have, similar interests as us, that have gone through similar things. Now you provide a solution after you've made that connection. You don't connect because you have a solution, like you have a product or a business. You connect because they related to a story. They saw you guys had the similar situation or a similar issue that you were looking to conquer, and you found something to help along with it. So let's switch gears over. We did Facebook, 5 pillars, and we're joining groups based upon those 5 pillars. Now, there's no such thing as Instagram groups, but there are such things as Instagram hashtags, and keep these 5 pillars in mind. You want to dive deep on this one?
Are you talking about me? Okay.
Or I don't care. I just I talk and then I don't shut up. So
No. Okay, so guys, this is, of course, like anytime I find out new tips and tricks, I like to share it with you guys. Okay, so for me, I have been into hashtags over on Instagram, trying to grow my following organically. Okay, so anybody who wants to be anybody has a blog, right? You have bloggers for literally everything right now. Everybody wants to be a blogger. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I wish I could be a blogger, but I'm not. But I want to tell you guys that right now, if you go over to Instagram and you search these hashtags, I want to show you guys, just for instance, right now, if you are a boy mom, go to Instagram where it says search. So it'll pop up some different options that you can go in and search based off of the people that follow you, right? So I want you guys to type in hashtag, if you are a boy mom, type in hashtag boy mom. I don't care how old your boy is, just type in hashtag boy mom, okay? So for me, it said, I'm sorry, let me go back. Boy mom bloggers. So type in hashtag boy mom bloggers. When you pop that up, it's going to say 100 posts, right? So 100 people have used this hashtag boy mom bloggers. Okay. The first picture that I see, guys, when I type this in is a picture of 3 little boys. They look like my kid's age. Would I or would I not follow this girl? Abso-freaking-lutely I am. Okay. Her kids have matching tees. I am that girl who likes to match her kids. Okay. So I'm looking at her stuff. She has 4,500 people that's following her. I know that she is considered a blogger. Maybe, maybe not. You know, you can't judge a person. They want to be a blogger, want to be a blogger. Okay. So when I go to her page, it says transparency. You guys know that's who I am. Hands down, like I am transparent AF, right? Then inspirational is what she has. And then she has laughter. Guys, those things relate to me. I for sure want to follow her. Okay. So I'm going to follow her. I'm going to go to her most recent picture or post. She has a reel that's up here and it looks pretty cute. She posted this 43 minutes ago. So now I know that she's active, right? She's someone who's active on social media. I'm going to now go and like that. Although I can't hear it because I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking at her comments and it says hilarious, but no, for real. So this has to be funny. Remember, one of her pillars are that she likes laughter. I can easily go in there and say, oh my gosh, how funny. And my kids are using the bathroom right next door. So if you guys hear the toilet flush, that is them. So I put, oh my gosh, how funny. I love this. Okay. We have this in common. If you look at her hashtags that she has on her post, it has hashtag mom life, hashtag real moms, hashtag real mom life. So she's all about mom life. This is somebody who I want to follow, guys. I want to build a relationship with her. I want her to now follow me back on social media, but I can't just go and comment on one thing, right? When she goes to her notifications, I want her to see my name at least 3 times. So now she see that I commented on one of her posts. B, I'm going to like her other post, which she did 7 hours ago. So that's recent. And then I'm going to now go and look at her last post and I'm going to like this one as well. Okay, guys, it says life is short, smile while you still have teeth. Funny. She's funny, right? I mean, that's funny to me. May not be funny to y'all, but that's funny to me. So, can you stop? So it was like life is short, smile while you have teeth. I love that. So I'm going to like that, guys. I may even comment on it, okay? So with that, that was like what, maybe a minute. Guys, if you would do that at least 30 times a day, you have 30 new organic people that's going to follow you back. Okay? So hashtags. Go back. If you guys want to throw me some hashtags, Marisol, you guys want to throw some hashtags that relate to you, throw them out there, guys. Put them in the chat so we can see it, so we can follow along with you. Let's say if you are a dog mom, so you can do hashtag dog mom or dog mom blogger. And I've just noticed that blogger stands out, guys, because those are people who are used to taking content pictures. These are people who are more active on social media and on Instagram versus you just typing in hashtag dog mom, right? Hashtag dog mom may not have posted anything in the past 3 months, since Christmas maybe. But if you do blogger, guys, I can tell you, if I go here, dog mom blogger, look at how freaking cute these pictures are. Are y'all looking at the same thing I'm looking at? Like, this is content at its finest. And okay, let me go back. Guys, it's great to sign promoters who don't have any experience. Just imagine if you signed a promoter who actually has experience in creating content and who's engaged in making posts every single day. How much easier is that? I mean, it's going to be easier for you because now you have someone that's already trained in half of what we do. You just have to now teach them the tricks, not the tricks, the tips on how we run our business. So like right now, I click on this girl. She has a Louis Vuitton little thing in her hand. She has her little puppy in her hand. This is something, if I had a dog, guys, I would follow her. I would so follow this girl. She had 122 likes. She... business development, let's be friends. Like, this is all right here in her bio. And if you look at her pictures, she has bomb pictures. These are people you want to follow, guys. I got no for Jen. She is a sober mom. Let's do sober mom blogger. Okay, nothing popped up. So let's say sober blogger. Over 5,000 posts. Okay. So now you have these hotties, because they are hot, guys. You go here, you stroll up, you figure out which one is your jam. Like this woman here, she works out. She's a sober mom or sober, I don't know if she has kids or not, but she's sober and she works out. I would go to her page. She's in North Carolina. She's a blogger. She's a mama of a blue Frenchie. Healthy lifestyle. This is like somebody who would be my jam, right? If I had a dog and I was into a healthy lifestyle and worked out every single day, that would be my jam. So I would go like or comment on her most recent post, but I would also like at least 2 more of her posts that she's made. Okay, now this girl does have 63.6 thousand followers. You know, maybe she's like a little too up there for me. But if you play around with the guys and find the people who relate to you and just try it with the ending of bloggers. You can do blogger or bloggers with an S. Find out what works for you. If you are a Navy mom, a Navy wife, you can go in and do hashtag Navy wife bloggers. I can just tell you guys, it has worked for me, the content that I see whenever I type in bloggers. And you guys have to remember that not every blogger has 63.6 thousand followers. Some of them only have like 2,000 and 3,000 followers. Those are people who you can grow real relationships with, and you can go back and forth and comment. They'll comment on your stuff. Like there was one girl who I followed using this hashtag. I had no idea she was a thriver. She inboxed me. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been thriving for 3 months now, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, if only I had this knowledge 3-4 months ago, right? Because now this girl is creating some bomb content. She's a thriver. She's not even engaged with her team. And she's like, I see that you guys are like a real for real team and you guys are doing the thing, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, like, had I known this information back then, maybe, just maybe, she would have signed with me. I mean, everything happens for a reason, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, that goes to show you right there, like how we're always learning, right? So guys, I just encourage you to take some time out and just practice that hashtag. Whatever your pillar is, do that hashtag and add in a blogger or bloggers at the end and see if you cannot find organic people that you can follow. I know a lot of people do like the loops and things like that. That's great. I can tell you that right now. But I want real people to see what I have, and I want them to follow me, and we grow those relationships the organic way. And I know for a fact, like, we gel together. So even if the business is not for them, they may become one of my customers one day, you know? So Katie, I'm going to let you talk because I know I am talking up a storm.
You're fine. I was telling Remy sitting back here crying. You know what I mean? My little dinosaur was crying. But I want to be able to give you guys some things like to write down, because if you didn't do all of this on this call tonight, these are things that you can go back through. You don't have to do them once. You can do it multiple times. So a few things that we discussed, and I'm going to tap into Instagram really quick too, as far as growing and all of that, and just growth in general. Because we always want that organic growth. Yes, we can do all of these things. I know there's loops. I know there's pods. I know there's like follow trains. I literally just got 4 of them today from different people saying like, we're doing a follow train. And I'm going to be very honest, and I don't mean this rudely towards anyone that has participated in one, but Instagram has done updates. Instagram has done switches in their policies and procedures. They have updated their whole thing. Like, don't be surprised if you get thrown in Instagram jail because you followed a loop, a pod, a blob, or blah, like whatever it is up in the clouds. I don't know what it is, but they are spamming, like not spamming, they are marking accounts as bots, because that's essentially what it is. You're having this bot go around and it's like generating all of this stuff and, you know, doing everything for you. And half the time they're not real accounts. It's just to boost a number. And again, I don't mean this rudely, but I'm saying like, I've watched a lot of people do it, especially over the past 3 months. And literally it has like ruined their Instagram as to what they built up so far. So organic reach is going to be huge. So as far as hashtags, even if it's literally, okay, we started with writing down 5 pillars. Write them down on a piece of paper in your notes section if you haven't done that already. List out those 5. From there, go to Facebook. Join 5 Facebook groups, 1 Facebook group per pillar. You did it once, cool, go do it again. Go join another Facebook group in each of your pillars, right? Okay, now we're gonna switch it over to Instagram. Guess what? Go follow 5 hashtags per pillar. How do you do that? How do you follow 5 hashtags for 1 pillar? I will tell you, like, for example, one of my pillars, like one of my like top pillars is being sober. There are hashtags. You can follow hashtags. I want to show you what this does when you follow them, not just search it and look at stuff, but when you actually follow a hashtag, it pops up in your feed and it gives you suggested people that you can connect with and be friends with because they use that same hashtag. So I will say, and this shows right in your following over on Instagram, I go to the hashtags that I follow. I have no booze babe, sobriety. I've got sober. I follow all these different sober hashtags. All right. Then I used to be like, I literally used to run off of coffee. How does that relate to it? Like, long story short, a lot of people that get sober become addicted to like caffeine. You know what I mean? Like coffee and getting sober kind of go hand in hand. So I follow a lot of things that I follow hashtags about, like caffeine addiction, coffeeholic. I used like my Instagram thing used to be coffee with Katie because I would drink 8 to 10 cups a day. Insert, hey, I found another solution. I take vitamins out in the morning. See how that just kind of came full circle, right? Sober, used to drink a lot of coffee. Now I switched to vitamins. We just did like a hi, hello, how are you? That's Katie's life in a short sum, like of 3 steps, right? When it comes to, you can follow the hashtag. So I want to show you, Remy, you're fine. So when you're in the search bar, I just did this where I was searching. You can literally search a word. If I typed in sober, or you type in mom, or you type in dog, or you type in fill in your pillar, whatever the name of it is, right? At the top, it gives you a different, like, gives you these different options. It says top accounts, tags, places. You click on tags. When I click on sober fun, oh, I don't follow this one yet, but it's going to pull up all of these posts. You see that handy dandy follow button at the top? Click it. Click it. I like to follow hashtags and use hashtags with under 500,000 uses. I do this because of the fact that, like, listen, if my things aren't going viral, like the hashtags that have over 5 million uses, the chances of my content being seen are slim to none. So I don't know if you heard that. That was the dog. It's my dinosaur. Yeah, anyways. You can follow the hashtag. What it does when you follow it is that this is what's going to make interaction a heck of a lot easier for you when it comes to Instagram. Facebook groups makes it very easy for interacting, okay? And after I'm done with this, I want to wrap it up with like 5 to 6 minutes of flowing through different content ideas that you can use for this week. So when you follow different hashtags, it then pops up in your feed. But I've been using this method called 3-2-1 method. What it means is it means 3 likes, 2 comments, 1 watch their story and reply back to a story, and then follow at the end. It's kind of like the home run hit. So it's the 3-2-1 method. Learned this from another network marketer in the industry. I've been diving really deep into her content. And so what does that mean? How can you implement that in groups? How can you implement that with hashtags? So I'm going to go over to the hashtags that I follow. I follow a hashtag that's called No Booze Babes. I'm going to click on one. Clearly, I don't follow this person. I'm going to go over to their profile. I'm going to be like, okay, so like you're active, you've got a story up, like we can connect. We're both sober, right? Or if it's you're both moms, or you both have dogs, or you both, I don't know, fill in the blank with your pillar, right? I'm going to go through, I'm going to like 3 of her posts. I'm going to comment on 2 of them. I'm going to watch and reply to 1 of her stories because that goes straight to the DMs. And then I'm going to hit the home run and click the follow button. So that's what you can do where you're going into Instagram. Do that with, if we're adding 50 new people a day. Oh my Lord. You're being very rude right now. You have 3 toys. Anyways, talking. He's prepping me for children one day, you know? Hashtag no kids right here. But anyways, you can use that as a
find you a group for that. Let's go find you a hashtag no kids group right now.
He's very upset, okay? It's a rough life, you know? The other one's sleeping in bed. Yes, I do. I don't mind following someone if they're already selling something. Why? Because I was in another business when I found this. I saw another opportunity. 3 likes, 2 comments, 1 watch. And so what I do with the 1, I watch their story and I send them a message from their story. Any story that you reply to from Facebook stories or Instagram stories goes straight to their DMs. It says, Katie Callahan replied with this off of this story. Boom, we've created a conversation. And then I end it with a follow, with the clicking on the follow button. And then, so you can do that with every time you go into Instagram. When you're going into Instagram, don't just sit there and get lost in the scroll. Do the 3-2-1 method for 5 people based on those hashtags that you just followed from your pillars. Boom, you are growing your network. You are connecting with people in your pillars. You are then entitled, right? We've become friends. Hopefully they hit that follow button back. And now we are creating that relationship. They are seeing what else you are all about. Same thing on Facebook. This is how, I mean, chime in if you do it differently, but if I make a post in a Facebook group, the way I go about it, I do not go into a Facebook group and be like, math that, all 30,000 of you people, let's go, let's all be friends. We have a max anyways. We only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. But when I make a post in a group, I would wait for people to like or comment on it to then respond back to their comments and then add them as a friend.
Yes, and I do the same thing. The only thing that bothers me is that a lot of people are not, their profiles are not public like ours, because of course we're in network marketing, right? So a lot of times you'll have people who their profile is on private. However, they still should have a good bio up. And so if this is someone who has a sufficient bio up, guys, you would want to go ahead and friend request them, okay? And also for me, make sure your stories are public. Also, I didn't know mine were until Laura told me. Yeah, absolutely. Like when I first started this business, I was still doing my other job full time. And when I first started, I was like, okay, yeah, like, let me keep everything on private because I don't want anybody to know that, like, I'm doing this. But at the same time, my audience wasn't growing, my business wasn't growing. And eventually I left that job. So with that being said, guys, put it on public if you can. You want more eyes on your content, whether it's on Facebook or on Instagram. There's no secret behind anything. And also, guys, what Yanil said about the Monet girl. I actually have a girl who she found me using the hashtag. She became my customer. I became her customer with Monet, and I actually just sent her our comp plan today. So with that being said, guys, do not sleep on other people within this industry, okay? Their vehicle may not be their vehicle that they need to continue in, right? They may sit back and see you, because you got to remember, like, she has already tried my products. She already know how it works, right? She want to make sure that this vehicle is for her before she makes that switch. And so now she's like, okay, what is that comp plan like? Because I see you're doing this, you're buying my products. I like your products. I want my products for free every single month. How can I get down with what you have? And guys, I can tell you right now, one thing I am never, ever, ever shy about is our comp plan. Never, ever am I shy about it, okay? She watches me. She knows me now. We're friends. We talk all the time. She knows that we have our optional team huddles every single day. She knows everything about this business. It's just one simple switch. And you guys have to know that with them watching you from the sideline with those other companies, it's okay. It is absolutely okay. You have to be so confident to where you're like, okay, I'm going to date you as long as I can. I'm not giving in. You're going to give in first. That's my main goal, guys, is to always make sure that they give in first. And so, Katie, I know we're about to wrap up. So if you have anything else, go ahead, sister.
I want to touch on a few of the, I'm trying to find it really quick in my phone. Okay, so in the unit section, if you go into Beyond a Million, there's a few different graphics there that we suggest that you save. It makes it very easy, especially if you're a visual person and you like to write things down. And I'm going to say, if you don't have a plan and you don't know what you're posting about, it's going to make it very hard to be consistent, and it's very hard to craft a post. We have no idea what you're talking about, all right? So if you go into the unit section in Beyond a Million, you click on unit 5. The first one is called posting. There are 3 different graphics right there. So we went over pillars heavy tonight. That is very, very, very important. Also, a posting schedule. A posting schedule is, what is your topic for the day? What is your topic for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And I want to kind of give a quick outline as to how we should be posting. Think of it in this way. Pick 3 times that you are going to post and say 2 or 3. No, 2 or 3 times that you can post consistently on a day-to-day basis. I was literally just watching a YouTube before we hopped on this. I was like, oh my God, like that makes it easy. You're not guessing. Now we do have times on Facebook that we say, like, look to see when your audience is most active. Well, if you chose the afternoon, midday, and then evening again, like 12, 3, and 9 o'clock your time, like whatever time zone you're in. If it's 12 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock your time, and 9 o'clock your time to post, right? Pick 3 times that you want to stay consistent in, that you know that you can stay consistent in 2 to 3 times a day. And always remember, our 2 to 3 posts, we should be inspiring, we should be interactive, and we should be informative. So what does that mean? Inspire means inspire, right? That means like shed some light onto people for the day to get it started. Interactive, I look as my, an afternoon post is more so, it can be a lifestyle. It can be a quick short story as to what you were doing today. It could be you're doing something and you're asking a question, which is a call to action at the end. You're enticing people to comment below. Do you relate to this? Yes or no? If you're asking people, what are you cooking tonight? Because you're doing a Wellness Wednesday post and you're asking people, what are you cooking for dinner tonight, right? A call to action has a question at the end to have people answer below. And then your informative post at the end of the night is, you're talking either into the products or you're talking into the business. And it's basically why it's basically why these products and why this company. Now I'm not going to flat out say you should join LaBelle because like in word vomit, right? So we have those graphics in the unit 5 of Beyond a Million, and we have it all written out, mapped out, posting schedule. So I want to give you a quick few examples. On Sunday, sometimes we talk about freedom. Mondays, we talk about mindset. Tonight, you can make a post like, why this industry in general? Like, why are you starting? Why did you start? Why are you still showing up? What are you working towards? I don't mean that rudely, like, why are you still here? I mean, like, why are you doing this for you? Okay. And then on Tuesdays, we like to talk about payday, Wednesdays, wellness, Thursdays, transformation, Friday, freebie or freestyle, Saturday, opportunity, right? So think about it in this way. Do not base your first, your inspiration, your interactive posts around business or products. Make your informative posts about whether it's related to the business or the products. And that's where we get vulnerable. This is where we share a story, not just like our vitamins have, this amount of B12 and this amount of whatever. You know what I mean? This is where we're telling a story. So how do you tell a story behind your products? Why were you looking? How do these products benefit you? What have you seen since you have started? Were you struggling with something before you started with the business? And this is again in the Unit 5, when we talk about the promoter side, like you're touching into pain points of people. And this is where you need to connect with yourself before you're able to connect with other people, because at the end of the day, you're telling your story, like in a third party term, if that makes sense. Where we tend to use a lot of the word you, or imagine if you, or if you and you and you and you, because the person reading it is like, oh my God, they're talking about me. Yeah, I felt that way. How'd they know? Right? It makes it very, not broad or generalized, but it just makes it to where it's connecting more with them. Did you guys get benefit out of this tonight? Like, is this bringing any sort of clarification to people's heads, where if you were kind of hitting a wall and you're like, I don't know what to post about, like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all had those times to where our goal is to make it clearer for you as to how you show up in your business to your audience to connect with your people. Because guess what? I can't relate to people with kids. I have dinosaurs. A lot of people can't relate to having dinosaurs in 2021. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a whole different world. But take these tips, like we said, 5 pillars, know what they are. Go join a Facebook group, and every single one of those pillars, you've done it once, cool. Go do it again, do it twice. Go, if you think there's a third group for that pillar, go join that one too. Don't forget about your local groups too. Join your local groups. Search your area. Like, I'm in upstate New York. There's a lot of people in Texas. Search your areas. Bring that same idea over to Instagram. Go follow hashtags in regards to each pillar. Go follow 5 hashtags per pillar. Follow them, interact, do the 3-2-1 method, 3 likes, 2 comments, watch their story, reply back to one of them, and then hit the follow button. And this is not going to happen overnight. This is a daily thing. This is connection. We are in network marketing. You need to network with people if you want your business to grow. If we're not connecting with new eyes, new people from more than just our 200 high school friends, it's not going to grow, right? So this is where we get uncomfortable. We make that human interaction, and then we bring them back, home to our social media to then expand off of that. Got anything else you want to add on, or I know I'm over time?
That's all I had, guys. 50 new followers a day on each platform. Make that a non-negotiable, guys, and you will see your business grow. Remember, don't just add them. You need to be their best friends. Okay? I'm sorry, Holly. Whoever's trying to hop on, Holly, we are done, sister. We'll catch you on the MMM. Y'all have a blessed Monday. We have a couple more days until we knock out the rest of this January, and let's go do it, man. We have yes, okay, Yanil has a bilingual MMM, guys. So if someone that you know could benefit from that, please let us know. You can either hop in her inbox or mine. We can get you guys connected on that level. We have double and triple commission qualified. Guys, talk about that. Do not be afraid. Do not post a graphic. Talk about it. Be like, hey, girl, let me get you started today. Let me tell you why. This is what we're going to do for you to get you going today. Okay? So keep that in mind, guys. I love y'all so much. And y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you, everyone, for coming on. We'll be back at this next Monday. We'll see you in 20 minutes on the MMM. Bye.